We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Allen off the play fake. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. 6 yards. It's a first down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, New York.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 36, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run around there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That was a special return, and it happened happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got
a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Jets.
Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Flowers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Caught by Wilson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Throw over the middle. He's got Ruckert. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 33 yards that time.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Wilson. Again, he finds more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First and 10, it's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Got a man at That's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And he definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Allen's throw is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen off the play fake. The left side caught by Diggs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Allen. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch.
Touchdown, Bills! A 22-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. On 2nd and 12, Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry to the 27-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off play action. Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 44. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Allen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Jets have got it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On second down, they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.